Well, when you realize a UFC title shot at 170 pounds, that is saying something. Most people would argue this is as deep as any division in the UFC, and this man, undeniably the #1 contender as he makes a walk tonight.
He has separated himself from the pack. The only person left is the champion. He has done everything necessary to be viewed as a guy that could hold this championship belt. Now's his moment. He has got to lock in for 25 minutes because it's going to take all of that 25 to beat this great champion. Big spot for this young man tonight.
Well, and a lot of his UFC experience he believes is going to help him in this setting. He's been measured with his energy all week. Nerves do not appear to be an issue. We'll see if by night's end we have a new champion. All right, so here's the legend, George St-Pierre, former UFC welterweight champion, former UFC middleweight champion, and DC as one of the most decorated wrestlers on this UFC roster. You gotta be pretty amazed at what this man has been able to accomplish without any amateur wrestling credentials to speak of.
Yeah, with no background, the guys that he's been in there with and controlled the wrestling exchanges has truly been unbelievable to watch. I was in Canada when he fought Josh Koscheck, and he took Josh Koscheck, who was an NCAA champion, down whenever he needed to.
Right.
But it was also the striking that made him so dangerous. I remember George St-Pierre had this combination. It was a lead jab, a lead Superman jab, and then a leg kick. Everyone wanted to try and do it, and they say imitation is the greatest form of getting a compliment. We all tried to do George St-Pierre.
And he's got more ESPYs than you.
He does. He's a man.
And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Jack Della Maddalena. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre.
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. All right, here we go with round 1, featuring Perth, Western Australia's Jack Della Maddalena. You know what he can do with his jab. Undeniable death touch power in both hands. But at times his kryptonite has been the wrestling. Not to suggest that people have taken him down at will, but this division, unlike a lot of others, has mostly wrestlers and grapplers in that top 10. And you gotta think Jack Della Maddalena has shored up that part of his game, knowing that most of these combatants are gonna try to take him down. Outstanding work with the ground and pound here by George St-Pierre.
Not being just defensive, but offensive off of his back. Great punch lands.
All right, so you gotta be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't wanna mess around for too long. Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now.
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
All right, so he just decides to get up here and let the opponent up. We have crossed the midpoint here in our opening round. Ooh, that uppercut landed for him. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Well, just exhausting watching some of these takedown attempts. He's unable to get it there.
And he's attempting...
Well, he caught the kick there and then counters
safe defensively.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. He's been working hard defensively. Kick block there.
Ooh, what a punch.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, saved by the bell, and he got buckled by a massive shot to the body. You got to think if the fighter was allowed to follow up with 10 or 15 more seconds, that would have been the end of the night, but the horn sounded. Back to the stools they go. We'll see if he can recover. All right, so there's the end of the round. A lot of high-level action, and if you like the takedown game, as my boy Daniel Cormier does, you enjoyed that round.
It's like we're watching the NCAA wrestling tournament. It's takedown after takedown. He's fighting his fight. He's able to change levels, drive into his opponent, and secure takedown after takedown.
Here we are, early round 2. There's the overhand right.
Let me see some combos. Give me some combos. Head, body, head, body.
Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Oh, there's a takedown attempt. St-Pierre gets tattooed by that stiff jab.
Leg kick.
Right hand on the counter. Oh, big knee.
That will do it.
Holy smokes!
I mean, you gotta be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time. I have not seen someone look this good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
We now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 8 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre.
All right, well, you sort of had an inkling that this might be the way it went down, given our fighter meeting. George St-Pierre prioritized a finish, and it was clean tonight by way of the KO.
He spoke about finishing his opponent, and I don't know if I believed him. But tonight, GSP goes out there and he delivers and gets a massive knockout victory.